Number 3. Was it you? Right, okay, let's pop you here. So your problem is mostly with your shoulders, but also your knees. Right, also your hips. Okay, right, okay, I'm going to give you this. What's your first name? Wendy, okay. Right, now, were Wendy to go to a doctor, the doctor would tell her that she's got arthritis. I'm not allowed to diagnose, all right? How did I know that? Right, I am not allowed to diagnose. I don't know if I am in Australia, but in New Zealand I'm not allowed to diagnose. In the UK I'm not allowed to diagnose because I'm not a doctor, I can't run the tests, okay. But arthritis is just an artificial name for a set of symptoms. Whether it's tightness, whether it's pain, whether it's heat, whether it's discomfort, it's not a thing. Arthritis is not a thing. Any more than me. I'm called Jeanette, but Jeanette doesn't tell you anything about me. That's just my label, yeah? Yeah, if I'd been given the name Roberta, it wouldn't tell you anything about me. Nor does arthritis. So very often what happens is there is something going wrong in this body. And what goes wrong in this body usually is a thought, and that thought triggers feelings. And the feelings are of two kinds. Feelings we like, that we feel immediately, like joy and delight and love, we feel them straight away. And then the feelings we don't like guilt and shame and embarrassment and ridicule, and we don't want to feel those straight away. And so sometimes what happens is we stuff them inside, not feeling them. And over a period of time, we have dis-ease. Dis meaning not an advantage, disadvantage. Dis-ease, not at ease. We're not at ease with these feelings. And over a period of time, they will cause problems on a physical level. Now, arthritis, Wendy. So I'm going to let you hold the microphone, but let it rest in your lap a little bit. That's it, cool. I want you just relaxed. Okay. Now, when we go to the doctor and we say to the doctor, look, this is the problem I have in my body, the doctor doesn't know what's going on in our body. Why? Because he's not in here. We are. We are the expert on how our body feels. And most of your diseases are caused by thoughts and feelings. And if you can bring them into the light of your consciousness, you will get well. If you can't, come and see me and I will feel them for you. But you pay for that privilege, normally. It's far better to get better at being in here, not somewhere else, and notice as soon as something's just a little niggle and get it fixed. Now the first thing he's doing is he's working on Wendy's head. All right, now the reason for that arthritis, usually the underlying issue is perfectionism, wanting things just so. Life is not like that, guys. Hands up if you've got the perfect life, or the perfect body, or the perfect husband, or the perfect wife. Gentlemen, you just missed out on some serious brownie points. Yeah, so life isn't perfect, is it? It isn't. And a lot of it we do not get to choose. But you do get to choose how conscious you are, how aware you are, how present, whether you get pulled into somebody else's drama or low energy, or whether you transmute it, or whether you walk away. You've got choices, guys, you've got choices. And humanity is awakening. It's brilliant for me coming over here from New Zealand. These events are massive. We did one of those in New Zealand, we'd have 200 people. We wouldn't have a fraction of your stalls here. So in Australia, you guys are waking up. Yeah? And then what are you going to do with this new awakeness? What are you going to do with it? And the thing is, we're all part of the same one consciousness, and so we don't have to protest or march or fight the political system. All we've got to do is stay awake. That's all you've got to do is stay awake, keep making good choices for yourself, keep affecting those you love by being conscious. Don't be in your head judging others as wrong, because then you fall back into lack of consciousness. Does that all make sense to you? Yeah. So it's very exciting. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Now, what's happening for you, Wendy? What's the sensation?
First thing I felt was my heart here was fairly bursting over my body.
In a good way? Yeah?
All over.
Yes. Now, I want you to raise your arms and see how looser those shoulders feel.
That's really amazing.
Isn't that amazing? See, I didn't work on the shoulders because the problem wasn't in the shoulders.
I honestly had trouble doing a blowout every day, and then there's still some catching.
Something catching in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll give you that.
Much better.
Awesome. All right, so sometimes the problem isn't where we think it is. And sometimes this is the shoulder, just right here. If you went to the doctor's, you'd be in the waiting room. The problem's in the waiting room, not where the client is. So this is old stuff that's in that shoulder. Right, Wendy, just give it another go. It is, isn't it? Yeah, cool. Ah. Right. Right, let me talk a little bit about autoimmune disease, but before I do that, I want to see how your hips are feeling. I'll give you that.
Usually it would take me a while to stand up and straighten, and I feel like an old lady, and then I go like this until my hips feel better and then I can walk.
So that's quite a bit better, isn't it? Awesome, thank you. Give her a round of applause.